Once again, new series for us here, the Midwest Days of Thunder Cup Series. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Rockingham 150 brought to you by Jinx Shifters. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here, Signature Esports.
What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the Midwest Days of Thunder Truck Series. We are live tonight, the Iracing Super Speedway, and you may look at the track map and like, man, that's a small track. This track has some high banking, and it's going to produce some outstanding racing. We're actually going to go on board with 83 here. Just to give you an idea, I was talking about a bump last week, and you're going to see it here in a bit. As he goes into turn 3, there's a small bump you're going to see, and that's going to cause a lot of problems tonight. If drivers do not know to take that bump properly, it will shove them up the track a good lane and a half to 2 lanes. You see it coming up right about now. That right there will really unsettle that truck. I'm also joined tonight by Gary. I know he said he'll be back. He might be back. If he's not, we'll talk to him.
Yep, I'm here.
He is back. What is going on, Gary? You racing some super speedway racing here tonight?
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm sitting here. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of multitasking. I'm gonna be broadcasting, and I'm gonna be helping my team out as well. Like if they need me to look at damage and stuff, I'll be helping them out with that. But I'll be up here in the booth broadcasting with you.
Yeah, I have a feeling that we're gonna get a little bit too many cautions here tonight, just because of how the entrance to 1 and 3 are. They are. It's a very tricky entry. I was on board with the 83 as he went through it, and if you're on that bottom line and you're not careful, like I said, it'll shove that truck up a lane and a half to up to 2 lanes. When I used to race here in another Super Speedway league, I prefer the top line. Our Super Speedway also is a wide track, so you can very easily get away with 3, even 4 wide racing. So it should be interesting to see on the closing laps if we have enough trucks left. See if we are 4 wide at the finish line. Unfortunately, I do not have the fancy cameras for this track, so there will be no start-finish line camera. Sad face. But we should be in for some entertaining racing.
Yeah, this is gonna be a great race tonight. I have a feeling we're gonna have a few cautions on the start. Hopefully they'll be able to sort it out and we'll be able to get some green flag racing, but it's gonna be pretty entertaining tonight.
Yeah, we're looking at, I believe I saw 24 drivers logged into the session tonight. 23. Giverson's not racing. I think he's in here racing, trolling. So 23 drivers, and we have some drivers returning we haven't seen in a while. Darrell Whitlow's out there, Jesse Holmes out there. James Kerr is out there, so some guys that we haven't seen in a while, they're coming back and have some fun with these guys on the Super Speedway. And keep an eye on that 9 and 29. They are fast at Super Speedway. I remember back in my ARCA seasons, Darrell, he's a risk taker. So definitely keep an eye on that 9 machine, taking some risk early on. He is really good at manipulating a run and getting the best out of a run. So that 9 of Darrell Whitlow, he might be up there if you can keep that truck clean for a win.
Keep an eye on that 5 of Chase Harden as well. I know he's pretty good here at these plate tracks. He won our money race here at Talladega in the next gens a little while back, and I know he's pretty good at plate tracks as well. So keep an eye on him.
Yeah, we get ready to finish up with practice. These guys get ready to go qualifying here tonight. As why are they getting qualifying? Just a reminder, next week is our off week in Mdot. No races next week, but we do have 2 more races here this week scheduled. Both playoff cut races at the Roval in ARCA and Cup. So we'll definitely tune in for those as playoffs are on the line for multiple drivers, especially in the Cup Series. As when we do get back from our week-long break, ARCA, Xfinity, and Cup will have the playoffs starting. These truck guys, they got, I think, 3 races left counting this one. They have this, National Fairgrounds, and then Monza before their playoffs start at Charlotte. So a little bit different with the truck series, but way different actually. I'm looking at the rounds. You got a round of 16, round of 14, round of 12, round of 8, and the final 4. Some very interesting playoffs.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting, and I believe we have a off week as well after tonight, so that'll let some of the tempers cool off. Because I have a feeling we're gonna get some, especially knowing how the last super speedway we raced at went.
I mean, we're gonna have tempers. We might have tempers roll from last week at Martinsville. So keep an eye out on that. There might be some drivers not working with each other. We might see some a little bit of extracurricular pushes that we usually wouldn't see here. But we're on board with the 55 of Thomas Barr. As he gets ready to get his qualifying laps put in.
They haven't done too many qualifying runs here at this track. Do you want to run the bottom all the way around, or do you want to go a little bit up on entry and exit of the corner, and then move down?
So, like I said, I'm in the Super Speedway League. Unfortunately, took this track off the schedule this season, but I have done more qualifying runs here than I wish. The best way to do it is your first lap and your out lap and your first lap. You can run that high side, really get that speed going, and then you really want to get the best entry possible into 1 and 3 with that bump there and really hug that yellow line rolling through the corner.
Yeah, and that is another thing as well that we'll see a lot of tonight is guys working together to try to see if they can get up front, because again, with it being a super speedway, the more trucks you have working together, the faster you'll be.
Yeah, and another really interesting thing about this track is, I mean, you got Dega, which we just saw a few weeks ago. You know, that apron's kind of forgiving. Daytona apron, it's a little bit forgiving. You hit the apron on this track at the speeds they're going in the draft, 9 times out of 10, you're not coming back from that. You're going to cause a big pileup. So when you're running that bottom line and you're riding right along that yellow line, you're flirting with disaster. So we might see a caution or two caused by a guy getting too low and going below that yellow line, because that's a big change from the track to the apron here at the Super Speedway.
Yeah, and especially in that turns with how steep the banking is, if somebody hits that apron, they're coming up and they're taking a bunch of cars with them.
As qualifying's coming to a close, we still got some guys out there on track. Kevin Jordan still out there. Chase Harden currently your pole position driver with a 50.23. Harden and Simone are in a pretty tight battle for the regular season points lead. I don't believe truck standings are the regular season points leader has an advantage going into the playoffs in trucks. But Simone does have a 21-point lead over Harden, 2 teammates from North-South Racing right there. And then you got Brandon Hughes in 3rd place, 30 points behind Chase. Then you got Adam Leideke, only 9 points behind Brandon in 4th. And around the top 5 in the current point standings right now, you got Kevin Jordan, 13 points behind Adam Leideke, 73 points behind our points leader, Ryan Simone.
Yeah, and This track is extremely wide too. I think we're gonna see a lot of possibly 5 wide action, maybe 6 if they can make it work.
No, four wide's a struggle here. 5 wide, no. You're asking you put in the wall 5 wide. I would know from
At
experience.
least on the straights.
As the 54, oh Lord, I cannot pronounce his name. Holy goodness. Go.
I believe that's Willemy Poulin?
I have no
Poland?
idea.
Willemy Poland?
We can call him Poland. Because I cannot pronounce that first name. Wow. But he qualified legit the same exact time Chase Harden did. There might have been a couple thousands off, but Chase Harden will lock in that pole position. As I think Vince Vecken's the only guy out on track that has not put in a lap in quite yet.
This is gonna be a crazy race tonight, though. It looks like we've got 4 minutes left in qualifying. Not sure why we got 10 minutes here today that Schimmel gave us.
Trying to see if he is in a chat room, which he is not.
He is. He's an admin. You want me to drag Schimmel down?
No, not Schimmel. The guy's name we can't pronounce.
Oh.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm not. That's a struggle.
Trying to see. Do we want to interview anybody here? Since we got 3 minutes left of practice or qualifying.
I don't want to do the broadcast as cursing anyone for the start of the race. So I'm going to say no. What we can do, I know I mentioned our week schedule for ARCA and Cup. So we have, like I said, next week off. When we come back from our good, well needed, especially as Xfinity guys, week break, we go racing at Auto Club. And that is always a track I love racing at. I love Auto Club. I love Michigan. A lot of people will hate on me for saying this, but if you ask me, they feel the same. They drive damn near the same. Love racing there in all 3 series. First race is at Auto Club. And depending on how the car handles and really what the track temp is, it might feel more like a super speedway track than anything. Because Auto Club naturally tends to be a pretty well-handling track, especially in Xfinity Cup cars. ARCA, track temp, it will be the factor there. But definitely tune in for that race.
Especially with that track time, it's gonna really affect everybody at Auto Club because the hotter the track, the looser it gets. So it's gonna be a lot harder to drive.
And in both Xfinity and ARCA, it's a late afternoon race, so we'll be transitioning into the night as the race comes to a close. And I just looked at the schedule. Fun fact: Auto Club in both Xfinity and Cup, when we come back, they're the same length. They're both 100 laps.
That's gonna be interesting.
The late afternoon race, 100 laps of race, and around lap 60 to 70, you're going to start seeing the lights come on, and that's when the racing really is going to get interesting.
Y'all got me?
As we are joined by Ethan, what's going on?
Nothing much. just joined in just to have a bit of fun, broadcasting. I love it.
Looks like we've got 18 people so far who have attempted to qualify. Everybody else is deciding to start in the back.
Looks like Alex 4J Barube. I think that's how you say it. Looks like you got the pole.
Oh, he did sneak in with that pull. Damn, I didn't even catch that. All right, let's go over our official results. So Alex 4J sneaking in with a pull. Must have been a last minute qualifying. So I looked with about 2.5 minutes left. Chase still had that pole position. So Chase will start outside first row. Then he got that 54 machine to pull in. Can't pronounce that first name. I'm not going to try. He's going to start third. Chase Jones in fourth. Cody Shantz and Adam Lighty be your third row. Fourth row, you got James Kerr and Corey Raboyne. Row 5, you got Nick Joyner and Thomas Barr. Row 6, Josh Van Western and Vince Facken. Row 7, you got Christopher Wages, who's also making a return here tonight, and Kevin Jordan. Row 8, DJ Schallenberger and Ryan Hoover. Row 9, Marshall Harris and Ryan Simone. Row 10, Joshua O'Connor and Darrell Whitlow. He's in 20th place, and it won't be for long. Row 11, David McGuire and Brandon Hughes, everyone's favorite ARCA and truck driver. Row 12, to round out the field, you have Robert E. Morrison, as Gibb is not racing. He is race controlling. As while I'm live, if anyone in here is a SDK nerd, I am having issues to where my SDK will work for like a week, and then I'll have to delete all the driver info, delete all the overlays I have saved with all the logos and stuff like that, and have to redo it all over again. If anyone here has ever had the issue, please PM me on Discord or comment on Facebook or something like that, and let me know how you got past that issue, because it is starting to get super annoying.
Here we go. They're rolling off the grid.
I'm hearing people are kind of concerned as well. I was hearing during practice of how green flag pit stops are gonna go, because pit road is very different here compared to Daytona and Talladega.
So, for anyone listening that is racing the truck right now, I'm gonna give you a little hint on how to get on pit road. So, when you're coming out of 4, the minute you get out of turn 4, drop to the apron and hit the brakes. You'll be able to make pit road speed. Trust me, I've raced at least 15 races here in a league race aspect, and have never once got caught speeding on entry. On exit, yes. On entry, no. So that's the trick to pit road, is you got to get down to that apron as soon as you get out of turn 4 and hit the brakes. Don't try to slow down middle of 3 and 4. You can call the pile up. Just go down to the apron and hit the brakes. As I think the total never ran the track. Well, Cody Shantz, you just got a little helpful hint there on how to make pit road. Like right about there is where you want to dive down. As soon as that apron disappears, or the yellow line disappears, you want to dive down. Chase Harden, Alex 4J can be leading us to the green flag here tonight. 30 laps of racing, pending overtime. We are green flag racing.
Wow, what a pretty good jump by Alex.
Yeah, Alex got a good jump there. 13 of Jones dove down, kind of left Chase Harden outside hanging all by himself for a bit until that 51 of Adam Lighty can catch up. As Chase Jones is getting left hung out to dry right now.
Yeah, that inside's moving, but this outside's about to get rolling.
At the 55 of Mr. Barr saying, hey, you guys race it out. I raced at Daytona, and we were all damaged, so I want to be the one truck left not damaged here tonight. Ooh! There's that bump I was talking about.
Everybody slid up the track.
Oh, got almost a wreck in the back. What a great save.
So watch this bump right here. This is what I'm talking about. This is what makes Iracing Speedway so fun. It's this bump right there. And you'll see some of the guys slide up the track. Everyone did actually a pretty good job there in corner entry. Alex 4J is still leading this field. Corey Raboyne's kind of all by himself on the outside lane. Should be seeing him tuck in behind the 15 of DJ Schallenberger right here.
That's
Go ahead.
That's something else with this track as well. These cars do not have restrictor plates here, so we're seeing speeds of 225 miles an hour around, and these guys are going to be building massive runs because of it.
There's 3 wide backers, Cody Shaw, Nick Joyner, and DJ Schallenberger, 3 wide going down the front stretch. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, you get pretty fast here. You get some up to crazy speeds, and that's the tip of the iceberg. There's some cars you run here, you get up to 250 miles an hour. And you ain't had fun on Irie, so you going 250 in an IndyCar around this track.
Something I'm noticing is that there's actually a lot of marbles, and it's not even that high up in turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Some of those guys are getting in the marbles, and it's making them slide up off the exit. Some people have actually hit the wall already because of it.
Oh, we got a car down.
Oh, got a wreck on pit road.
Can't quite tell who that was.
I believe that was the 75 of James Kerr.
He gathered it back up, and he's on pit road. Oh, we're 4 wide in pack. All right, never mind.
We look
One
at
guy-
let's
One
go.
guy's got a big run right now is actually Darrell Whitlow. He's about to start absolutely slicing and dicing his way through this pack.
Yeah.
He's all the way at the back, but he's going to get a big run.
I talked about earlier because you were back there in the ARCA days with me and Daryl. This man and his runs he got in those ARCA cars, phenomenal. He's not back there because he's slow. He's back there because he knows what he's doing here at the Super Speedway, and we're probably like around lap 20 where he's sitting at. We're gonna start seeing him going 3 wide, and he's gonna be getting some crazy runs and passing the field up.
Yeah, he actually taught me how to play race in ARCA. So you probably remember that race at Talladega. Yeah, that was a big learning curve for me, and I can credit that to Darrell Whitlow.
Also, another interesting thing about this track is you cannot be hooked on someone's bumper going into the turns. You have to make sure you give that space, especially if they drift up. You really gotta make sure you give them space to come back down, because it's not easy to just come back down. You you kind of gotta jerk it hard to stay out of the second line above you.
That you do, and these guys are still 2 wide back there. There's not even that many cars on that outside line, so we'll see how well they're able to get formed up and if they're able to make any runs.
Yeah, and we got 2 distinct packs formed right now. Of course, you got the lead pack led by
Whoa.
the 24 drifting way up the track. You got the lead pack, of course, led by that number 19 Alex 4J. And then you got the number 1 car of Robert E. Morrison leading the pack of 4 drivers back here, kind of mind their own business, trying to stay out of trouble and keep their trucks clean for the end of the race.
I just saw the 54 do some very aggressive blocking with this quarter panel on the Marshall Harris, the 78 car truck.
Yeah, that 13 is all over that back bumper.
I'm telling you, if there's anywhere you do not want to be right now, I do not want to be that 19 of Alex 4J up front. Especially with how big the runs are here, you'll get cars driving by you real fast if they start to leave you.
And I bet he's not doing too good on fuel up there. I mean, the 13's probably doing amazing on fuel mileage right now.
Watch it, Cody Shaw's here. He's going to get dicey. Cody Sean's able to hold it down low. He was getting to the inside, and that's a treacherous part to get to the inside of someone to pass him. As the Kevin Jordan has...
Ooh, contact.
Whoa.
They kept it going. Ryan Hoover was getting a really big side draft. And I think they had a little bit of netcode.
Yeah, and that's another thing you can't really do here. You can't squeeze drivers too much. As Kevin Jordan was wondering if one of us can go back and see what happened to him on the start of the race. As something happened to Kevin Jordan, he is currently in the pits right now. I believe getting some damage fixed.
We got a truck going a lap down right now. I'm not sure who that is, but the leader's made a clean pass. Oh, aggressive bump drafting.
That would be... Yeah, it'd be the 75 of James Kerr that just got passed. He is now going to go 4 laps down, or 2 laps down.
The 13 was just really bumping the hell out of the 19. That's some of the most aggressive bump drafting I've ever seen. Even here, it's like, man, these trucks, they're hard to bump draft in if you don't, if you have big runs.
These guys are racing pretty clean up front. I'm surprised we haven't had a yellow yet here.
Whoa, to the inside, the 13. For the lead.
13 moving to the inside. Alex Forte has no help on the outside lane. Yeah, it almost seemed like Alex Forte kind of gave up the inside lane knowing, hey, he needs to fall back and get in the draft to start saving some fuel because he might not be able to make it a one-stop like the rest of these guys. If it is a one-stop race. But he is definitely hung out there to dry. But Chase Jones in that 13 machine, he's going to lead his first laps here tonight.
There's a big run coming on the outside line with a 32. Never mind, it fizzled out.
Well, there's a big run coming from the 19 here, but it looks like he got off the gas a little bit. There's a lot of cars with a lot of dents and scrapes on the side. There's been some door banging going on here tonight.
Yeah, and I believe I saw the 78 of Marshall Harris get into the wall on that straightaway a little bit.
These guys doing a pretty good job keeping it green flag race, and everyone kind of single filed it out about the first 9 rows or so in the first 2 wide racing you got. Oh, there's contact between 24 and 75, and the 75 can go down and
Whoa,
I believe he came down in front of the 54. And that's going to end the night for the 54.
Yeah, his motor is gone. Something happened to it.
I am surprised that did not bring out the yellow.
Whoa, Chase Harden going way to the outside. He's passed about 2 cars with that gigantic run he just had.
Yeah, and 19 to go. This is the point of the race where you really start testing out these runs in these trucks, seeing how many trucks you can go by yourself. I mean, here at Iracing Speedway is more than you think. Chase Harden, if he plans his run right, by himself with a proper side draft, he can get by all 5 cars in front of him, or 4 cars in front of him. I've done it before.
One driver that didn't benefit from that contact was the 9 of Daryl Whitlow. He's nearly fallen all the way back, about half a straightaway. But he's behind the 78 of Marshall Harris, and hopefully he can try and make up some of that ground.
Yeah, I think he's a little too far back. He might be in the draft of Vincent Vacken, but I think they're too far back from DJ Schallenberger to really have a chance to catch up if this stays green.
Safe to say right now, it's not looking too good for Daryl Whitlow.
I have a feeling we've ran 13 laps so far under green. I have a feeling in a couple laps we'll see a few of these guys start to come in the pits.
Yeah, I think most of the guys are trying to stretch it to at least the halfway point. If we can see him get to lap 15 or 15 to go, we'll be good on 1 pit stop. So it should be interesting what the pit stop strategy can be like here in a little bit.
Hopefully we don't have any casualties under green flag pit stops.
And look at that, Chase Harden and Ryan Simone, they're linked up, and both of them are on North-South Racing, so I'll bet you they're going to try a pit together here. Oh, and there's contact!
Oh, there's contact for Jay around.
Whoa,
They save it. Someone's going through the pits. That's Joyner going into the pits. They'll clear that black flag. As let's go back and see exactly what happened there. I was not watching that part of the race. Oh, I started in front of him. Wow, and Joyner had to go down low to avoid that into the pits.
The 19 got collected in that for sure because Daryl Whitlow, who was in 10th at the time, just passed him right now. Like I was talking about, Daryl Whitlow is way back. It shows, timing and scoring shows him in 10th, but he must be in like 8th or 7th right now.
He is in 9th currently. And everyone's coming to pit lane. Oh, and Chase gonna smack the wall.
Daryl Whitlow's coming to pit road. Oh, car stuck down on pit road at the entrance. But
we talked about the entry to pit road. How Gary has said people were worried about it. And Chase sent this car into the wall, hit the brakes way too hard. Bam! Off the inside wall he goes. Luckily, no one else collected in that. That's unfortunately going to end his night here. I think everyone came by that time by.
That's a
There's
hard
a
pit.
lot of people here that have damage right now that came in. I'm looking at the pit times, and
Daryl
there's a
Whitlow
lot of damage.
is the one driver that benefited from that. He's going to come out of the pits 3rd.
Yeah, Daryl definitely made up a lot of time on pit road. I mean, that's one thing you really got to practice when you go super speed racing, especially a track we're not used to going to. Now, you got to be careful going back onto the track here, rolling through the 1 and 2 right here on this apron. It's almost like you're driving at, like, I would say Richmond on how you got to handle this apron. You be really careful, and you got to keep it going as Western beat everyone out, but he can be out there all by himself, and that's going to allow Daryl Whitlow and this number 6 machine of Cody Shantz to catch up to him here in a bit. If I'm Daryl, I'm slowing down here for a bit, and I'm picking up Shantz and Schallenberger and this other group of guys and making a run at the 25 of Josh Van Western.
All I would say here is don't get passed. Because when you get passed very quickly, and then everybody passes you.
So 14 to go. Van Western has scored your leader, but he is going to be hurting here in a bit. He scored 6 seconds in the lead, but he's going to have a pack of at least 3 drivers coming up by about probably 10 miles an hour faster or so.
Oh yeah, timing and scoring shows him in 2nd, so he's definitely going to, unless if these guys take their run and they pass him, he's going to be able to catch them. Oh yeah, well, they're getting in behind him. Yeah.
And if you look at the bottom of your screen right now, these are the last lap times ran by your leader and the lead pack car of the group behind Van Western. You're going to see how much faster a lap these guys are, time-wise.
Oh yeah, they're going to catch the leader very quick. They just caught up to him, and they're flying. They're doing 220 right now.
So that time by Daryl Whitlow and that group behind him were a second, 1.1 seconds faster than Van Western. And this is going to really hurt him because if he doesn't throw a massive block, which would be a bonehead move to do with that speed, he might lose his draft pack behind him.
Oh yeah, they don't really seem to be racing that much back here, so I think the 25 is definitely going to suffer from being alone. Oh yeah, this lap's going to be much faster because that last lap, they caught him on the backstretch.
As we take a look at some last lap times, Van Western by himself is running a 51.8. 3.4 seconds quicker was that group behind him.
Yeah, Daryl Whitlow ran a 48.39.
That might be the fastest lap of the race.
They are catching him right now. Wow.
They are going to blow past him.
So much ground. Oh, yeah. Not a chance. What does he do here? Does he block? Does he go high? What do they do?
They're going to go high here. The question is, will Van Western be able to get back in this group of trucks, or was he going to lose the draft?
I think he is. He's already sniffing that draft here a little bit.
Yeah, he'll be good right here. Well, Daryl Whitlow will be your leader this time by. There's Cody Shantz behind him. Cody Shantz, the last time we talked to him, having a top 3 finish, was at our last dirt race with Wolf Racing, placed 1, 2, and 3. So I believe he's out here by himself tonight. I'm not seeing any more Wolf Racing paint schemes, and they usually run a team paint here, but I'm not seeing any more here tonight.
I don't think I am as well. But right now, Daryl Whitlow's your leader. We got Cody Shantz behind him, DJ Schallenberger, Josh Van Weston, Ryan Simone, and Corey Raboyne, Adam Leike, Vincent Vacoon, and Robert Morrison are going to be your top 10 right now.
No matter what happens tonight to Daryl Whitlow, he's had such a good run through the field. He came back from quite a deficit, and he did it under green too, which is quite amazing, to be honest.
Yeah, and that right there just proves the importance on getting on to pit road, because he made all that time up on pit road entry. Everyone else struggling on pit road. He got down the right way. He didn't get checked up or slowed up by that bump when you go down on the apron coming off of 4. He hit pit road probably the most perfect way you could do it.
Ooh, and it looks like DJ Schallenberger, he's attempting to make a run on the outside. Nobody went with him, unfortunately, so that run's going
3 wide with 10 to go here off of turn 4, coming to 9 to go. 4 wide going down the backstretch.
I will say, whatever happens here, I don't know if this would be the smartest move, but hey, they're racing.
Where does Adam Leike go? Does he tuck him behind Schallenberger? He does. Going to leave Nick Joyner all by himself in that middle line.
Don't slide up into those marbles.
Now Adam Leike goes down low, get behind Nick Joyner.
If I was TJ Schallenberger's spotter, I would say clear down to the second lane.
I would say that as well. It looks like the 86 has some help from Adam Leike. He's going to try to get a run coming out of the corner here. Down the front stretch. Oh, and they're really shuffling. Whitlow attempting to block. He couldn't get there.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Cody
What a
Shantz
save.
saving it somehow.
What a save.
Cody Shantz using that dirt experience he talks about all the time to his advantage right there, collecting that truck and keeping it going, and maybe only losing up out of position. Derek Whitlow went to go up the block. Nick Joyner went up the track to avoid getting doored, and that's going to slow the outside line down a little bit. DJ Schallenberger is going to look to the outside.
Oh, not clear.
3 wide, 2 wide now.
I can't lie. This is some amazing blocking by Daryl Whitlow. I mean, he knows how to block on these tracks. I will tell you that. I mean, if you didn't know it before, you know it now.
It might be a little bit too early to block, because if I were these guys behind him, I would not be happy with Daryl Whitlow right now.
Yeah, he got a big break from Nick Joyner there. Nick Joyner went up the track and checked up a little bit to avoid turning Daryl. Daryl threw a really late block on the 86 last time by on the backstretch.
Let's see if that outside can start rolling again and maybe retake the lead.
Yeah, but what we've seen here so far tonight, you're going to need more than 2 guys on the outside line to get past this front line. You're going to need at least 3 or more drivers to pop out to the outside. And everyone's kind of single filing it out. So we come to the line for 6 to go this time by. 10 cars, trucks
big
on the lead lap.
scrap by the 51. He got out of the gas, though. Might lose a bit of his steam here.
He's going to get a run right here. He is going to get a run on corner exit. Where does he go with that run?
Oh, the
he's
6
using
had the...
that.
Wow. Okay. Oh, yeah, the 51's got quite a run right now. Where will he go? Outside?
He's going to choose to
in
stay in
line?
line. Ooh. 6 hit the apron, going to lose a lot of time right there.
Or he's going to get another big run.
They come to start, finish line, 5 to go this time by. We have 8 trucks here in this lead pack leading the way.
Big run. Okay, he stayed in line.
Yeah, Adam Leiteke, he's getting these big runs. He's just not doing anything with them right now. I think he's waiting until the final lap to really show where he can go with his run.
I don't know if you could do it on the final lap, to be honest. I mean, you would lose too much ground on the outside. I'm surprised this race has been green the entire time. This is amazing racing.
Well, it's your typical Iracing, your no cautions at super speedways. I almost just singled this track out. Just anytime you go to Super Speedway, Daytona, Talladega, or here, I mean, you can have a 4-car pileup, but no one's on the racing surface. There's no caution.
Yeah, I mean, there are...
4 to go.
There's only 10 cars on the lead lap at the moment. For example, 20 cars or trucks started the race. My bad. And most of them are 1 lap down. There's 2 trucks that are multiple laps down, and 3 trucks are out. So we got more lap trucks coming up. So more of those 1 lap down trucks are about to become multiple laps down. We'll see what happens here because they're off the pace.
Yeah, Chase Harden, one of the guys, scored out. I know he's trying to look for a good point stage, but with Ryan Simone running in this lead pack of 8 drivers, I mean, Ryan Simone kind of got himself a top 8 lock in at this point.
Big run to the outside.
Big run here of the 51 on the outside. Where's Cody Shantz go?
There's a lap car coming up. I'm not sure who this will benefit.
There's no help in the outside lane right now as Ryan Simone and DJ Schallenberg are coming behind the 51 machine with 3 to go here. Where does Ryan Simone go?
Oh, I say go to the bottom. Yep, he just did. I think he's about to get another big run. Adam Leiteke. Oh, lap car. He's blocking the bottom. Oh, very close. What does Adam Leiteke do here? Does he... Nope, he doesn't pick up the lap car. That's probably a better idea.
And Leiteke with another huge run on that outside.
2 to go.
I'm not sure who that is that's going with him.
That's the 24, Corey Raboyne. It almost looked like Francisco's painting him out there. I thought of Francisco for the first lap.
We're getting a run down the backstretch, guys. 3 wide.
I am surprised. I'm surprised this 15 isn't tucking behind the 51 to help him out. We are going to go green to checkered Iracing Super Speedway. I did not see this coming. As they come out of turn 3, cross the start finish line, get the white flag. We're going to end under a green flag run for 30 laps here at Iracing Super Speedway. 1 lap to go.
2 lap trucks up ahead. Let's see what they do. Oh, they're going to try and stay out of the way. Adam Leiteke still trying to use that high line or the second lane to try and get past the cars on the or trucks on the bottom lane. And he's going to have a big run down the backstretch.
Cody Shantz going to jump up to the top lane. Big bump from the 51.
Darrell Whitlow, 9 truck, is your leader. Where does he go? He goes to the bottom. 6 truck goes to the outside.
24 getting loose. I think 24 is going to wreck. We're going to watch the lead here as they come out of turn. Oh, wow. Turn 4. Side by side.
To the line.
Who's going to get second? Oh, that was close for second. Darrell Whitlow won this race, but was that a tie for second place?
I don't know.
Let's slow it down here. That had to have been a tie. Had to have been.
1/1000th.
Oh, I think Cody Shantz barely got it.
Yeah, I'm reading the timing and scoring from Iracing, and it says 1/1000th.
Wow. You go frame by frame. Holy cow. Trying to get a better angle of this. There's a better angle. Wow. Cody Shant with just the length of a hair beats the 25 for second place. I was out for the win. But Darrell Whitlow's going to win this race. And, wow, what a race that was. Actually, let's go back. I want to see what happened to 24. I saw him get loose. I did not get to see the wreck because I was too busy focused on the race for the win. Whoops. Go ahead and go back here and watch what happened to the 24 machine. Oh, just went up and there's nowhere to go. Ryan Simone, fortune collected in that. There it is, 0.001 for second. If only that was for the win, that would have been a lot better.
Yeah, 1/1000. So, Derek Schimmel came on the radio and said that one wreck was caused by netcode. He said, you guys got very close, but you didn't actually touch.
We'll wait for more guys to join the podium finisher. As my OCD, I don't like going out of order. Oh, wow. Hold on a second. I missed this. Hold on a second. Go back to when, before the race even started.
What's up?
So go back before the race even started here.
Yeah.
And watch what happened to the number 95 as they were pulling out. He posted it in Discord, but not everyone here has Discord. So 95 qualified pretty well about midfield. And this is what happened while they were pulling off. Starting behind the 23 of Christopher Wages. And not sure what happened here with Christopher Wages.
Whoa, that is weird.
Just pulling out. I don't know if Chris spun the tires, hit the wall, and 95 nowhere to go.
Oh. That is a race killer. That is just unfortunate. And it's on the grid, too. I mean, you don't even get to start the race, at least with no damage. That's unfortunate.
Let's go ahead and ride on board here with the number 13 while he pulls out. Or 23, my bad. I'm used to him being 13. And see exactly what happened. Look, too far. That was weird. He didn't even spin his tires. It just... it wouldn't turn. So we wait for more guys to join our podium finishers. Looks like we got everyone in there. Let's go ahead and bring in the 25 machine of Josh Van Western. What's going on?
Oh, just having a blast.
Hey man, what a race that was for second place. I wish that was a race for the win, been a lot more cooler. But .001, man. What was your plan on that final lap? Were you gonna try to jump the outside, or were you kind of committed to sticking to the 9?
Well, us three were actually just talking about that. I was backing off. I was testing the last 3 to 4 laps, backing off, going into 3 to see how much of a run I could get coming off of 4. And I was gonna step it out coming off of 4 and use the side draft to try to run around Darrell. But the 6 came and tried to blow by me down the backstretch, and it's like, well, I can't let that happen. So I'm just gonna make sure Darrell gets that W. So I just held the pushing and got her done. Yeah, I came home 3rd, but win would have been good. But it's all good for me. The truck came back clean, no wrecked.
Yeah, man, go ahead and talk us through that, man. Did you expect this race to go green to checkered?
With it being iRacing Super Speedway, no. I was expecting at least 2 cautions. Because when I came out of the pits, I was one of the only trucks that took fuel only. And when I realized that I was one of the only ones to do it in that first group, that really screwed everything up for what I was expecting, because of the simple fact nobody else left. So I was 9 seconds out in front of everybody. I had to slow down, otherwise I would have been out. I was watching the fuel, and if I would have kept up, there was no way I would have made it.
Yeah,
So I started saving right away.
And that brings me to my next question. How worried were you when that field started coming up behind you that you were going to lose the draft altogether?
Well, I tried to time it as best as I could, that when they were going around me, they were going to go into the corner. And I was going to hold the bottom, so that way they had to go around me and then dive back down. And they would lose momentum diving back down like that. So I just held the bottom and made sure I stayed with them, and then I just slowly started picking them off one at a time again.
All right, man. Well, definitely a fun race to watch here tonight. I mean, we had our typical super speedway no cautions, that's what I like to call it. But man, what a race that was. Unfortunately, Kevin Jordan, I don't know if you've seen, he got
Yep,
took
I
out
was
before
watching the replay. Yep, and he got taken out right on the start. Yep.
But what a race! But you guys did not expect you guys to go green to checkered, especially with how Daytona and Dega went. So you guys are definitely starting to get better racing around each other, and playoffs are coming. They're coming quick.
Well, I don't know if you remember when we were at Talladega. You guys were, I was up front running with them guys, and then I was getting beat in the passenger door, and I just took a couple too many. And I like my super speedways. I think I'm a pretty good super speedway driver. And it just, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And tonight it worked. But I will say this, congrats, Daryl, you deserve that one.
Yeah, man, definitely congrats to you. You definitely deserve that third place finish. It was a very interesting race to watch, and I look forward to see what I can do at the fairgrounds when we come back from our week off.
Absolutely.
Let's go ahead and pull in our race winner, our second place finisher, Cody Shaw. What's going on, Cody?
Not a whole lot. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, man, what a race that was, dude. There was one point in the race where you had one hell of a save. Talk us through that. It almost seemed like your dirt track experience kind of played a little bit of advantage there.
Well, it did. I actually just went back and watched it, and I was pedaling the hell out of the car. I was in and off of it and on the brakes even a little bit, trying to save it. And
what lap was that on so we can go back and watch it while you're talking?
I'm not sure. I just went back live.
We'll find it.
I want to say it was around 21, 22.
Hey, keep going.
But yeah, I was just pedaling the car, and I don't know how I saved it, and then I really didn't lose too many spots out of it, so it was kind of nice.
Yeah, dude, talk us through the end of that race. We had just talked to Josh Van Western, .001. What was your game plan going into really the final 2 laps there?
I really didn't have one. I was content with third place, but on that white flag lap, when I seen the 51 coming the way he was, I knew I had to jump up there early. I seen the 25 was floating up a little bit on the front straightaway out of 4, and my initial thought was to maybe jump below him and not let him have that spot back, and whatever happens, happens. But when 51 was coming, I knew I had to do something to disrupt his car, and when I jumped up there like that and he gave me that shot, it gave me just enough, and I thought I could take the outside, and ended up working out a little bit for me.
I know you're wanting to win coming in tonight. I know we had talked before about possibly some retribution happening. Didn't do it here tonight, man. You were up front I think really all the race. I think you were in the top 5 almost the whole dang race. Talk us through coming to pit lane. I know I said something on broadcast. Did you take what I said to advantage there, or did you kind of do your own game plan coming to pit lane?
Well, I took what you said a little bit, but still didn't quite register in my head. I mean, even coming to the line, I locked him up, and I thought for sure I had the black flag. I definitely crossed the line at 70 miles an hour. So I'm not sure how I didn't get caught, but it's definitely pitting. It's different pitting here than anywhere else.
But once you pitted that one time, and then you kind of realized what I said, you kind of were like, "Oh, that's what he meant." As you're coming to pit lane.
Yeah, I mean, doing 230 around here, you almost have to lock them up as soon as you get on the apron. But I didn't really understand that until I had to do it.
All right, man. Look, congrats on the second place finish here tonight, man. Did not expect to go green to checkered. I know you guys are coming down to the short shoot to the playoffs. Got 2 races left. You got Monza. Well, you got National Fairground first, and then Monza. And then you get the playoff racing as you and Wolf Racing. I think you guys are all locked into the playoff for the most part, so it should be interesting to see how you guys make it through the playoffs, as you guys have proved you're fast on dirt, and especially since they did a little update to dirt race and made these trucks a little bit more stable. So our next few dirt races should be interesting.
Yeah, we're hoping so. We, we're all shooting to get in the 16. I know once we get in the 16, I think we can all make it to the dirt race. The first one, at least. I think it's Charlotte, which should help us quite a bit. And then, we're pretty much guaranteed to make it past there. And then, we're just crossing our fingers that we can make it to Knoxville in the top 4, and one of us can bring it home.
All right, man. I know we had talked before. You and Wolf Racing like doing your shout-outs, so I'll give us time for you guys to do shout-outs. And once again, congrats in second.
Yeah, so I got to give a big shout out to Wolf Racing. Those guys for keeping us fast, especially me. They give me a lot of help with this asphalt stuff because it's all foreign to me. Wobbly Hour Podcast, Racing for Heroes, the Triple S, Iracing iFlags, you guys for broadcasting it, and Mdot for putting on the league.
All right, man. Well, once again, congratulations on second, and should be interesting to see as playoffs get closer on how much this racing gets affected by it.
I appreciate it, buddy.
All right, let's go ahead and bring in our race winner here tonight, the 9 of Daryl Whitlow. What's going on, Daryl?
Well, hello there.
Hello there. You come back, after weeks of hibernation, I guess, sleeping like a bear. Come back and win tonight's race. I called it out before. Me and you have raced multiple times around each other. We raced a lot in ARCA, had some great battles in ARCA, and I knew how fast you were at Super Speedways, man. Talk us through that pit stop, because that pit stop really was the winning move of the race. How you were able to get in so much quicker than everybody else. I think you gained like 4 seconds on the rear of the pack that was in front of you.
Yeah, so what happened was so what surprised me most is everybody took tires except for me and Josh. So that kind of surprised me because I pull in there, I get fuel, and I look and everybody's still pitting. I'm like, okay, that's not good. Because I was afraid I was going to get stuck out, but it happened. I just came out at the right time. I think I went in 15th, came out, 3rd or something like that. But yeah, I was worried about people pitting. I know there was the wreck right in front of me when the guys started pitting. So that was kind of nerve-wracking, just getting through there and not getting hit was the big thing. So, but yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, dude. I know Super Speedways are kind of your thing. Did you expect a green to checkered race here tonight?
No. That's why I started in the back. I was a little nervous. There's a few really close calls. Everybody saved it, I think. And I know some guys got damaged from the get-go, so that was unfortunate. But everybody did a really good job. I know in practice everybody was giving each other some space, and in the race it actually turned out to be the same, where everybody was giving each other enough space to make that turn in. Because sometimes you see the guys, and I'm sure you guys seen it during the broadcast, they turn in too sharp and they drift up. So that was my big concern, is just getting caught going into the corners. But I figured if I stayed back, not having a team was going to be rough on this one. I wasn't in a team chat, so I knew it was going to be tough. But I got lucky with Josh, willing to push me at the end. So I was thankful for that.
All right, man. Well, once again, congrats on your win here. I guess you kind of show up out of hibernation. Pretty sure you can go back in hibernation. So, congrats on your.
Hopefully, this one's official.
Congrats
on any spots.
Congrats on your one-off appearance here in the Truck Series, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. But I know you got a busy schedule, so it's kind of shocking to see you out there. But it was good seeing you out there, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I think that qualifies me for the playoffs, right? A win?
No,
sure.
No, you gotta make a certain amount of races.
I believe it's
I thought I could just come in and win.
No, that's that spirit. Everyone's been here all season long. Get out of here, man. Congratulations.
Just win every race.
All right. So breaking. Okay, real quick. Breaking news. This was just posted in our truck chat and Discord. Our championship race is no longer at Knoxville Dirt. It is now at Homestead with the rest of the series. So we will have a championship week at Homestead for the final week of the season Mdot for all series. That's going to be the week of June 6th. Mark those dates down. It can be that Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. We're going to have our championship races in all series. We're crowning a champion. I know Tabor usually does something special for the champions. Definitely be interesting seeing they go from Knoxville Dirt to Homestead, as these trucks are fun as all can be at Homestead. But that would definitely be interesting. As a matter of fact, I think I read it's going to be at night, too. It'll be a night race at Homestead for 100 laps. So definitely tune in for that week of racing all throughout Mdot. And thank y'all for tuning in here. I went back and looked, and we're actually going to go back real quick and watch Daryl's pit lane entry here, as this was technically the move of the race that locked him in for a win. We'll watch his pit stop cycle here, as he gained a ton of time. The no tire strategy paid off as he was able to catch the rest of the field. You see him having a really clean pit lane entry here. Didn't even lock him up once. As I don't think a lot of people realize here, the commitment line is a good 150 to 200 feet back past the wall. So we'll go ahead and fast forward a little bit here, and we see Daryl. He's coming in, getting his fuel.
Wow, that's a fast pit stop.
And you see him come out in front of the 6 of Cody Shantz, and that was basically where he stayed the rest of the race. Was out there in front. And thank you all for tuning in for this broadcast of the Midwest Days of Thunder Truck Series. We'll be live once again Thursday night for our final regular season race in the ARCA Series at the Charlotte Roll Bowl. The 2018 version to be different than what you saw Monday night, what you will see Friday night.